What's up, Rubric family? As we promised, we're here. We're recording our aftermath for War Games. We have one of our most loyal followers. He watches every single video. He's been following us ever since we started. We have here Maurice Jeter. Because here's the one they call Maurice Jeter. Here's the one that's going to drop the onion strings. Oh, that's Maurice Jeter right there. So how's everybody doing? I hope you guys enjoy War Games. John Paul right here. We want to say hi to our bro Ryan. So too sweet for him. Everybody, I think we all enjoy War Games, right?
Yeah.
Jeter, tell us a little bit about your experience watching the War Games.
Well, my experience was alright. It was pretty good pay-per-view. I liked it.
Yeah, it was pretty good, right, John Paul?
Yeah, I mean, it was just the one thing that just in the back of my mind, I always thought, was this something, like, were these matches short, or were they the way they were because of Survivor Series tomorrow? Some of the matches didn't go as long as I thought, but everything that they did in the time they were given was great. Nothing was, like, boring or seemed weird, or, you know, maybe some of the finishes and the lengths of the matches were kind of funny, but other than that, I mean, it was great for what we were given.
Yeah, I think,
everybody brought it.
It came out a little too short for me because, like, the pay-per-view started at, like, 7, and then by 9:30 the whole thing was already over.
That's all.
But overall, I will say it was a pretty good pay-per-view. And was it extremely great? Was it bad? We're gonna find out right now. I hope all of you please just keep following the page. Also go on the YouTube channel. We have previews and predictions over there, so please check that out. Let's see if our predictions are gonna were true.
Yeah, if they match.
With the match by the aftermath came about, and then we're gonna have Jeter's expectations or predictions of all the matches that who he thought they were gonna win and what ended up happening. So also check us out on YouTube is the original Road Break, Twitter OG Road Break, and of course the Facebook page already watching at it. So everybody, we say hi to you. First match is started on the pre-show. Angel Garza against
Isaiah
Swerve Scott. Jeter, your thoughts about the match? Did you like it? It was good?
It was a good match. It was action-packed. It was good.
Yeah, they brought it up.
They
brought it up. Like, Angel Garza is a big player right now. The match to me was really good, back and forth, a lot of action. Of course, he did his gimmick. He takes his pants off. Yeah. The crowd is popping. Like, people are absolutely crazy for him. I think it went a little too short for me. John Paul.
Yeah, I mean, when we tuned in, we didn't, like, see the whole beginning, but just, like, the whole match, it seemed like, you know, these guys, like, that's all the theme of the night. All these matches seemed like you just wanted them to go on longer. And then when the finish came, almost all the finishes besides the main event was kind of anticlimactic. You know, it wasn't like there was a lot of action that led up to the finish. There was a lot of action and then a sudden break, and then two guys are, like, struggling, and then one guy hits his finisher and it's done. I like to see where it's more fast-paced, back and forth, you know, counter, finisher, done. And a lot of these matches, you know, some of them didn't have that. And, you know, there was a bunch of good spots where he hit the Death Valley Driver on the apron. Isaiah Scott did on Angel Garza. That was a good spot. And, you know, like, it was a great match. And like we said in the predictions, we think Angel Garza was the guy who needed the win just because they're really building him. And, you know, that's what they did here. And Isaiah Swerve Scott, he looked good though. At
the end of the day, here's the one that ends up getting Angel Garza gets the win. He hits his finisher. 1, 2, 3. Is this match is gonna hurt Isaiah Swerve Scott or no? Do you think that, like, it's gonna end up his push, or like they're gonna just focus on Angel Garza right now?
They're gonna focus on Angel Garza right now.
You like Angel Garza better? Yeah. For example, did you like the match that he had with Leo Rush for the Cruiserweight Championship?
Yeah, that was a good match.
Yeah, I know you're a fan of Leo Rush. Like, he is absolutely outstanding in the ring. Yeah. And Leo Rush, they put on a classic for the Cruiserweights. Mm-hmm. It was such a great match. And also there's a story for a rematch. Why? Because, like, the finish was kind of like, you know, it was a fuck finish. Yeah. You like, Angel Garza had his leg on the rope, but it should have been a rope break. No pun intended. Yeah. No pun intended. But at the end, then Leo Rush retained the championship, and he's going to be defending tomorrow. So we're just looking forward for that. I think it was a really good match to begin the show. Then we got a lot of video packages. We got packages pumping up Balor and Matt Riddle. Then we're pumping up the board of the War Games matches, and also the triple threat match. And then pay-per-view starts. We get the women's War Games match. What do you think about that match?
Well, it started off, you had Io Shirai and Candice LeRae, which that was, a feud that we all liked. They had one of the best women's matches all year. So it was good to see the two of them started out and mix it up. And, there was some spots getting thrown into the cage and this and that. And it was the whole match, just to go into the whole thing, there was brutal spots here and there. But like we said, we would have liked to see some kind of color, some kind of juice, bleeding a little bit, a little more involvement with some of the weapons and stuff. And there wasn't. And I don't know if that's just because the match was rushed or, I know WWE doesn't like blood and it's only done either accidentally or in very, specific dire situations where they're trying to get something over. But, after that, then I think, was it Kaylee Ray came out next?
No, I think, who was after the... No, it was Bianca Belair.
Yeah,
Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair was the one that came out after that.
And like I said, Bianca Belair, when you see her and you're watching, maybe just highlights, you don't notice it. But like when I saw her tonight, I'm like, her arms and her upper body is huge.
Yeah.
She's huge. Now, what do you think about Bianca Belair? Do you like her?
That's what I mean. Yeah, any of these
good.
women, even Candice LeRae, as small and cute as she is, you don't want to mess with any of these women.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
They'll mess you up.
Yeah, like, and then Bianca came out, and then of course she starts dropping the trash cans. She starts throwing that into the ring.
Yeah, I like that when they brought in the
we thought that
right
of course we see toys,
Yeah.
so we know that they're going to be using them, so that's cool. Yeah, like the match was, of course, Shirai and Candice had a really big rivalry, so of course they put on a great show, and of course then the heels get the advantage because they were 2-on-1 at that point.
Yep.
Yeah.
But right away, Rhea Ripley comes out. Captain of the team, she's the one. Well, before that, we want to say that Mia Yim did not make the team.
Yeah, that's
because
right.
there was a situation, she was attacked by somebody, and they didn't know what happened, and then Dakota Kai gets added.
Yeah, she was almost reluctant to join, and then Rhea Ripley was like, no, you wanted this, don't you want your revenge? And she kind of almost suckered her, muscled her into it.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah, whoever's watching, please comment. We're right here, so we want to see some interaction with you guys. We want to see what you guys thought about the whole pay-per-view. So please keep commenting. And Jeter, so far the match, are you liking it? Is it good for you?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, you like the interactions?
Yeah.
What do you think about Rhea Ripley? She's big. She's big but powerful. You see strength. That girl can go and go and go.
Yeah, like we said, she's seriously intimidating. Like she's like I said, she's like China, but can actually wrestle and do the moves. Like she's huge and massive, but she's great in the ring too.
Yep.
She also brought in all the toys. She brought in the chairs.
She brought the chairs. She got the kendo sticks.
Tables.
Yeah, the tables. D-Bun get the tables. We got glimpses of that. So that was really good. And the match keep going, and then I think Kylie Ray came out.
Yeah.
And then she comes out, and of course the heels get the advantage again.
I like what you said about the tables, how she was gonna grab some weapons, and then she goes to get the table, and then she's like, no. Just drops it, and then
she just grabs it because she was like the crowd is like, do it, and she's like, you know what? As a heel, you gotta whatever the crowd wants, you don't give it to him. So whatever, boom. No, we don't do that. So. Up to now, the heels are getting advantage one more time, and then what happens?
And then the door
the
opens.
The big thing happens.
Yeah, what I predicted, and I think a lot of people did too, because it was just needed for her character. Dakota Kai's turn to come out, and she immediately turns back around and beats the crap out of the Tegan Nox.
Yeah.
What are you thinking about it at this point?
I was just like, damn.
Yeah,
unexpected.
Yeah, it was really unexpected. Well, but see, you gotta go watch the predictions because we recall that. Dakota Kai, we said she's gonna turn heel, and she did.
Yeah.
Comes unhinged. The first thing that she does, instead of going out, she goes and attacks Tegan Nox.
Yep.
And the one thing about that, though, which to get into the whole my main complaint about the match, is I thought she was going to go into the match and turn heel. Like, I didn't think she was going to turn heel immediately and then just, run off and not be in the match at all. But, I feel her heel turn needed to happen, so.
Oh, yeah.
Because just for her character, because she was just a baby face and she would get in big profile matches and lose. So, it was almost like the Bayley heel turn. Like, you needed to do something to spice up the character because, even though Dakota Kai is popular, you just needed to do something.
I think that she needed something like this just because she's been overshadowed. Every time that she's got a match, she loses. She went up to Shayna, lost. On Wednesday, Kylie Ray, she lost. So she got so mad that she didn't make the team. So of course she's gonna turn on them, and you could see the seeds of them. You could see plans. You could see teases of her doing that. But I really love the fact that like she goes and attacks Tegan Knox on her knee, which was she just came back from an injury. For the ones that don't know, Tegan Knox was actually the one pointed to win the Mae Young Classic before Toni Storm, but she got injured. So now she's coming back. She has the knee brace and everything. And the one thing you mentioned, WWE does really good is when Dakota Kai kept going with the pod and then kept hitting into the knee. They move the camera in a way that like you feel that the strikes are even stronger. So you could see the action.
If you had a steady cam, it would look like she's barely hitting her. But the way they shake it right when it like is going to make contact, it makes it look.
It makes it look like how they pan it, because if not, it would have been like this. It would have been kind of like Orange Cassidy doing the super kicks. It would have been something like this and
but the crowd would have popped though anyway.
It would have popped, it would have popped because it's Orange Cassidy, but
freshly squeezed.
Freshly squeezed, baby. So that
and then with
hurts the match.
With that, you're taking. It's supposed to be 4-on-4. You're taking half of the babyface team away because one turned on you and they beat the shit out of your other one. So now you're down 2 people. So now. To me, at this point, it was, the heels are just licking their chops. Like, they're just waiting to win.
I even told you, like, the heels are going to win. At that point, what are you thinking?
I thought they were going to win.
Yeah,
and we predicted, like, that was who was going to win. It was going to be the heels. And it was like, this is setting them up where, hey, it's a 2-on-4. It's unfair. The fact that they lost is justified. That was, the odds were too great. But what happened?
Well, and also, who were we thinking that she was going to come out?
Yeah, we were all, and you said that would be awesome if Toni Storm came out.
Toni Storm would have been the one out, right? Yeah, you would have thought that.
Because she's the most high-profile woman in NXT that wasn't in the match.
Yeah, so would you thinking of Toni Storm at that point, or you were thinking like 2 against 4?
Well, I was thinking like 2 against 4.
Yeah, you were thinking that?
I think it was over.
Yeah, you were thinking the heels, Nobody comes out, and then Shayna Baszler comes out. So she makes the whole team for the heels.
But the one quick thing to go back to the attack, I did like how Dakota Kai hit William Regal.
Oh William Regal comes out and he's saying, "What the hell are you doing?" And actually, she hit him.
Because you forget how not that William Regal's going to beat up Dakota Kai, but you forget how big he is.
Oh yeah,
he's a big guy.
And
he's old, but he's big.
And William Regal was a great wrestler.
Yeah,
so
he could put anybody in a hole.
Oh yeah, I would have liked to see the Regal cutter. From the fun of it, boom, it would have been great. But Dakota Kai had to be escorted out of the building, and we didn't see even Tegan Knox anymore. So we just go back to the match. Io Shirai did like 2 moonsaults. The one from the top rope, and then she did one from the top of the cage. And that was great. That was a great
and the
spot.
one thing is, like, obviously you don't plan that spot, at least from the top of the cage. I'm sure she didn't, tell them the day before, let me jump off the top of the cage. She's one of those women where she does a moonsault. She can adjust midair or adjust to what's going on, and she hits it almost perfect every time.
Oh yeah,
you get someone like Charlotte who can't hit like a normal moonsault, and it's one of those things where
Disconnect.
all these women in this match are just so talented.
Oh yeah, and Candice LeRae did a lion salt. She also did that beautifully, and then we get to see more interaction. The heels are dominating, but we also see Bianca Belair doing something that I love when she grabs the hair and she starts whipping people with it. Yeah, and then Shayna Baszler comes out. She's of course going like this, very confident that she's gonna win the match. There's nothing else for you. It's this 2 against 4, so it should be an easy win. And then she comes out, and then there was more interaction. But then you see Rhea Ripley kind of trying to counter.
Yeah.
And they kept the action going. Candice LeRae's trying to fight back too. Io Shirai kind of like dies down a little bit. Also, Bianca did the same thing. They both died down. And then we just see Shayna Baszler going against Rhea Ripley. And she puts him in the Kira Fura clutch.
Yeah. Yeah, there was, like we said earlier, how strong Rhea Ripley is, but she put her in the clutch, and then Rhea, ripped her arms and powered her out, and then Shayna reversed her arms and got it on her again. She had it like flipped with the opposite, doing it the opposite way. And I thought, okay, maybe not that she's done and gonna tap, but she muscled out again.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the heck is this?
Yeah.
Like Shayna's not a small woman. She's just almost as huge as Rhea.
Oh yeah.
So it's like you're gonna make her like, come on.
Oh yeah, it was
to me like, not to criticize the match because it was good. Again, like I don't like the ending, how it ended, and the team that won. but it reminded me almost like it was Hulk Hogan and Brutus Beefcake beating up like a bunch of heels. You had one major powerhouse like Rhea Ripley, Hulk Hogan, like Ray. It's not unbelievable. 2 running through 4.
No, yeah.
And it wasn't like it was the horsewomen, not to put them down, but they're not as talented as a Bianca Belair or a Kaylee Ray or Io Shirai.
Kaylee Ray, yeah.
You have 2 champions,
Right.
the NXT Women's Champion and the NXT UK
The
Women's
UK champion. So there was not reason. And again, the match ends up with like Rhea put the.
Yeah, was that spot where she pulled herself out of the clutch and then she had her hand
Yeah,
and then she handcuffed her?
Yeah, and then she handcuffed her. Yeah,
that's what I mean. It was it was slow. Like she pulled it out, and you're like, okay. I was thinking another heel was going to hit her or a babyface was going to hit Shayna, but it went that slow. She got her in the handcuffs, and then she just
hit like a power bomb. I think it was
Through the chairs,
through the chairs. Yeah,
And
it was a
done.
power bomb through the chairs. So and then at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, the faces win, which for me that's the part that I didn't like.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's
Overall, it was decent, but the whole idea, the whole concept of war games is supposed to be that it should have gone a little longer. For me,
this is okay. I'm gonna just go off on a fantasy book here. If you want the faces to win, you have Tony Storm come out, make it a 3-on-4. You have Io have somebody laid on. They lay Candice on a table. They lay a chair on top of her, another chair on top of her, another. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Io does a moonsault from the top. Candice rolls out. Boom. Io's out of the match because that fucked her up. She's done.
she's done.
Then you have 3-on-3.
Right.
Obviously, she's not done, but storyline, she's done.
Yes.
I mean, she might be done. That's a dangerous spot. But,
Yes.
Something brutal to just take one of these heels out of the match, so now it's 3-on-3. Then it's even. Then if you have the faces win, it's legit.
Yeah.
But a 2-on-4 isn't legit.
And again, for me at least, I was hoping for like they did use the candlesticks and everything.
there
at
were
some
spots,
point.
but-
There were spots, but they didn't really play with it. They didn't break any chairs.
Yeah, there was
But
no.
besides that,
there was no legit.
the Sandman, the Sandman, big
spots,
ECW fan and everything. They didn't break any tables when it comes to the women. And to me, the match feel like the ending was like the one word that you always use: anticlimactic.
Yeah, anticlimactic.
Anticlimactic. Just because like it ended when we weren't expecting the match to win. And for me, I would have just put Tony Storm because Tony Storm is huge. So you needed that. I even said that in the predictions. It would have been even better. Because either like you don't go with Mia Yim, it was a good opportunity for her to get some momentum.
But I think they wanted to get this Dakota Kai heel turn over. Like they wanted this not to be on NXT. Like get it on the pay-per-view, so then you get everybody invested. Now there's even more babyface sympathy for Tegan Nox.
Yes.
She just came back from this injury. She was going to be in this big War Games match. This was going to be her first opportunity to kind of prove herself. And then she gets, she doesn't even get to do anything.
And then she doesn't. And probably she's gonna be out of the Survivor Series women's match just because they gotta sell the injury and everything that she's not gonna be able to compete tomorrow.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts? Like, did you like the ending, or did you want something different from that?
Something different.
Something different, yeah.
Something different.
Like what?
Probably more.
Like more, a little more, yeah.
Yeah, a
Maybe
little
like
more.
blood. Why not?
Why not? Yeah, you use the chairs or whatnot.
Yeah, use the chairs a little more. Yeah, like
and even if you don't want them to cut themselves open, I don't know, put a blood packet somewhere and they can fall over and smash that
Sure.
open.
Yeah, and again, we're just nitpicking a little bit here, but what I was hoping for, it did not deliver as I was expecting.
But see, this is the one thing I will say though. How many wrestling matches do we say are great because of moments? If you have somebody do a huge move and they pop up in their face and they're screaming in pain, and even if it's gimmick blood is running down their face, that's a moment that we remember.
Yeah.
So that's why you do it. You don't do it to cause someone bodily harm to make them lose their own blood.
No.
But you do it for the moment.
It's just for the moment and just to prop the crowd, which
Yeah.
the crowd was really good though. Throughout the whole
crowd was
pay-per-view,
good.
was very
The crowd
intense.
was good in this match.
In this match,
Some matches they were quiet and
they died down because
Yeah.
they didn't keep the whole hype.
Yeah, well,
We'll get into it more. But want to say hi everybody again. We're Robrick. We have one of our closest followers, Maurice Jitters, in the house. We have Leek and myself just reviewing everything that took place during War Games. At the end of the day, the faces win. We didn't like that too much, and we failed in our predictions because we actually
we all picked the heels.
We all picked the heels on that. So we're going to move forward to triple threat match. Damian Priest, Pete Dunne, and Killian Dane. Out of the three, what was your pick? Damian
I thought he was
Priest.
gonna take it.
Yeah?
I thought, yeah.
Because we knew that like Damian Priest will be, or whoever will win that match,
Yeah.
tomorrow is going to have a championship match with Adam Cole
Yeah.
for the NXT championship.
Yeah.
John Paul, what were your thoughts? Because I actually was right.
Yeah, you predicted Pete Dunne. I thought Damian Priest as well because I thought, they're so behind him and they're pushing him and he's so talented and all that. And I thought going into this, now that I see how War Games ended, my thoughts a little different, but I thought Adam Cole would be kind of protected. I didn't know if he'd be the one to take the pin, especially in the way he did. Because I thought, he's just going to beat whoever wins this match tomorrow in Survivor Series. Now I'm not so sure because Pete Dunne is definitely in a lot better shape than Adam Cole.
Oh yeah.
And they're not going to say, Adam Cole's 100% because that would just squash that whole match. That would make that War Games match meaningless.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's going to
So
be
he
he's
has,
beat up.
He
He's
has
beat
to
up.
sell this injury tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
So if they don't push the match back to Wednesday, which I wouldn't be surprised if they did, then I don't be surprised if Pete Dunne wins.
Oh yeah.
But to go to this match, I thought it was going to go, like I said, a completely different way. The War Games match, and I thought they were just going to ride the momentum, and it would have been something where you had Pete Dunne and Killian Dane were tied up, finisher, counter to finisher, and then Damian Priest comes in and done.
Yeah, but I think out of all the matches, I would say this one was the best match of the night. See this triple threat.
yeah.
The action was packed back and forth. Many spots. Killian Dane was over. He was about to win it.
I would say definitely this or the men's War Games. The men's War Games match was good.
Yeah, that was good.
I won't say, for me at least, I enjoyed this a little more.
Yeah.
Like, Damian Priest is really good in the ring. He has a lot of potential. You can see that the guy knows what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
And he kept the rivalry going with Pete Dunne. And also with, the addition of Killian Dane. Gave the match, made it even better.
Yeah.
So, it was really contested, back and forth, a lot of near falls. Killian Dane does a beautiful cannonball.
Mhm.
I really enjoy that. And
Lots
course,
of finishers.
Lots of
Yeah.
finishers,
It
Pete
was
Dunne.
like us playing 2K.
It was playing the game 2K20. Like Jeter also knows how to play, so he enjoys it.
Yeah.
And I will say that bitter end, near fall, Damian Priest's finisher.
Yeah, he's the one, or what's his name? Killian Dane hits the one-winged angel.
Killian Dane hit the one-win angel. That of course that's Kenny Omega's finisher, but we will not say that's his finisher, but it is his finisher. For a near fall, Killian Dane did the Bader bomb. And also, I do appreciate that Mauro Ronaldo always acknowledges when Damian Priest does the Razor's Edge, or the Celtic Cross.
Yeah.
Like we will call, at least I love it when he says, "Is the Razor's Edge."
Yeah.
Because to me, it reminds me of Scott Hall. I know a lot of people hate Scott Hall, and
Chico.
Chico.
I like him.
Yeah, like we all like it,
legit.
Chico. We all
Who's
like
in
it, Chico.
Machismo?
Yes, yeah, he's legit.
Yeah.
I know. You know who
Is
I
that
am. Yeah, do it. Well, we like to go like this though. We go, but Chico, Scott Hall. So I like when he acknowledges that. Although he was trying to do that way too many
Oh yeah,
times.
I think he did it at least. There was at least 3 attempts.
Three
I don't know how
attempts
many
of
times he hit it, but yeah,
and see,
once is.
that's the
yeah.
thing that I don't really like, and I did mention that even in the review with Finn Balor.
To
so-
me, he did the normal one, and then he did the avalanche one.
Yes.
That's fine, but I think he attempted at least one more, if not two
one,
more.
so don't be
Yeah.
that repetitive. But and again, just me nitpicking a little bit. The match itself was very, very good, and you see the rivalry between these three is going to keep going. But in the end of the day, Pete Dunne gets the win.
Yeah, and this match, I will say too, this and the men's War Games. I mean, the men's War Games might have been on a little too long, but I thought the timing, I didn't think it was bad. But this match had great, the amount of time they were given, I thought was good. I didn't think this one was too short.
Oh no! See,
Yeah,
they
they were given
went
the right
at least
amount of
good
time.
20 minutes.
Yeah.
They kept back.
Because
They
the
kept
women's match, I don't want to say it was short, but I don't know. Something just felt off. Maybe it was just the ending, but something just felt off with it too. I felt like when it ended, I was like, that's it. Like I thought it was going to keep going. So it might have been short.
It just didn't feel great for me.
Yeah.
And like I said, guys, I'm not saying that I hated it. I'm just saying it wasn't what I was expecting because for me, War Games need to be longer than that.
And because of that, like we said earlier, I feel the crowd didn't get hot until halfway through this match.
Yes.
They were kind of like they would hit big moves in the beginning, and you saw, Damian Priest was putting his arms up. Nobody was saying nothing. Pete Dunne, nobody's really doing nothing. It's like, this is Pete Dunne. I can understand, if you don't like Damian Priest or you don't like Killian Dane, but I feel like everybody likes Pete Dunne.
Pete Dunne is a different story.
Yeah.
Pete Dunne is one of the greatest wrestlers, and he's been doing this for at least 2-3 years that we've seen in an NXT UK. He's the longest NXT UK champion.
Yeah.
We saw Walter and Imperium in the audience.
Yeah, that was cool.
So that was really cool. And at the end, Pete Dunne hit the bitter end, near fall. Priest gets his finisher, and then also the Killian Dane did the one-win angel. But see, at this point, I didn't know who was going to win.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Pete Dunne tried. I think he did a bitter end again, and there was another near fall. And then he tried for the armbar. And again, another near fall. So I'm like,
he
gosh.
did the cannonball, I think, or the senton or whatever.
Yeah, he did the senton, and then Killian Dane hit the senton on Priest, and then how he got the win. So again, we're going to see tomorrow. We're going to see Adam Cole against Pete Dunne. If they don't push the match, which is something that I did say in the previews and predictions, because I was saying that we don't know how beat up Adam Cole is going to be, because we're going to elaborate because of that.
Or any of these guys. I mean,
outstanding spot. That was mind blowing.
And Kyle O'Reilly are probably, they're
that
probably beat up too.
That was the OMG spot of the night, but we're going to go through that towards the end of our review. So again, I'm excited to see Adam Cole and Pete Dunne.
Yeah.
Do I think that Pete Dunne is going to become the NXT champion? That's kind of where you're leaning towards.
Yeah.
To? I don't think so. Adam Cole.
I mean, to me, storyline wise, it doesn't make sense to give it to him. But if you're looking at it from a realistic sports aspect, unless Undisputed Era gets involved or they push the match back, how does Pete Dunne not win?
Well, what are your thoughts?
With how beat up Adam Cole is.
Because if tomorrow you can give us your predictions also, Jeter. You can give us Adam Cole against Pete Dunne, NXT Championship of the Line, Survivor Series.
Who wins?
Who wins?
Adam Cole.
You give it to this guy, right?
Baby.
Adam Cole, baby. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I think is going to happen? Either Priest or Killian Dane are going to come out.
Yeah.
You know why?
Or they show Walter.
Yep.
They Walter.
Yeah, they might be Walter. Why? Because they're going to say, you beat us for that opportunity. It should have been our opportunity. And no, you're taking it away from us.
Yep.
So that's what's going to happen. So moving along.
And also, if it's Walter, you got to think, too, this is a Survivor Series. This isn't NXT on the USA Network. So this is a bigger spotlight. If you have Walter on there, then everybody who's watching Survivor Series will see Walter and they'll be like, who is this massive guy?
Oh, yeah, Walter is...
So then you kind of get him over.
Yeah, Walter is big,
Yeah.
but see, for a big guy, he can do really good moves, springboard moves, and also like the way that his style of wrestling is more stiff.
Yeah, it's an old style.
The moves
like
are really
like,
calculated. Like
yeah.
he hits you, he knows when he's hitting certain kind of move.
Yeah.
He knows where he's going for that. He's trying to
that
weaken
like
you.
British strong
Yeah,
style.
British strong style. William Regal,
Yep.
Sheamus, all of those guys. The British Bulldog, all of those guys that started out. So moving along, we have another guy from the UK, Finn Balor, one of your guys. I know you like Finn Balor too, against Broski or Bro, Matt Riddle.
King of Bros.
Oh, bro, it's Broski. Yeah, well, if Broski was Zack Ryder, but for me,
Yeah.
Broski is a little more legit than Bro.
Yeah.
So this match, both of these guys. Well, the match is supposed to be originally Johnny Gargano.
Yep.
But Gargano is out with a neck injury, so they added Matt Riddle into this. Did the match deliver for you? Yes or no?
In a time, again, it's one of those things. Every match that the time they were given, everybody did a good job. It was just, did the ending make sense? This one, they did great. I thought it should have been longer, but at least the right person won. And we said we don't know if this match was supposed to go longer, if Finn Balor's knee injury is legit, or if it's storyline, we don't know. That's the one thing, because it kind of went where like he hurt his knee, tweaked it, whatever he did. They went for maybe 3, 4, 5 minutes max after that, and then done. So
And then done.
Yeah, but like it was a great match. Finn Balor, he's great. Matt Riddle's great, and they were stiff. They were hitting each other. Some of the moves with Matt Riddle, he looked like he was a little winded and stuff, but it's because they were going, 100 miles an hour the whole match. There was a little headlocks and a little slow in the beginning, but the first three, after 2-3 minutes, once they got going, they kept going until the end.
I think that like they started out slow, but then it became really fast paced until the injury. Because I kept
That's
telling
right,
you,
until
I
that injury
really
spot.
think that he got injured because he landed in one spot, and then you could see that he started like going like this, and the whole match he kept.
And then, but wasn't
he
it
kept
after he was injured, he hit the coup de grace and he missed, and he stomped just on the ground.
he stomped on, but you could see that.
And it's like, dude, like that's gonna hurt it even more.
Yeah, that's
But,
gonna hurt it even more. But he kept going.
If it is legit, then you got to tip your hat to Finn Balor. You know.
Well, is it because he's probably thinking if the injury is legit,
Yeah,
like let's make that clear for everybody that is
he
watching.
could just be selling it like
Yeah, he
like,
could be selling it, but if the injury, let's put that in brackets, parentheses, and every other thing that is gonna like make this moment special. If the injury is legit, we gotta keep kudos to Finn Balor for continuing with that.
Yep.
Did you like the match? Do you think it went well, or do you think it was cut short?
I mean, I like the match. It was
good.
but then like some of the punches wasn't like you can tell that wasn't really connecting or whatever.
Yeah, you can tell it wasn't like as stiff as you would really like it, and that will be for me like kind of like a Finn Balor style. He's not really used to that. Well, Matt Riddle would.
You mean Finn Balor's punches or Matt Riddle's?
Matt Riddle.
Oh, Matt Riddle's. Okay, you don't. Yeah, you kind of see him off.
Yeah, it was off.
Okay, well, yeah, everybody has the.
And that's the one thing. Like you don't know if because Matt Riddle does like he fights MMA and all that. Maybe it's. You would think it would be easier. Maybe it's harder. Like he doesn't know how to pull up, so when he does pull up, it's more obvious.
Maybe the timing.
Because he's so used to striking like legit.
Yeah, because
Even though he's been wrestling for how long?
Yeah. Well, I will say maybe the timing of it is maybe you don't think it was.
Yeah.
But overall I think the match was good. But to me it's cut short because I really think that there was some kind of injury. We're gonna check their sheets.
I would say anything when we find out the next.
If you
video
guys
we
know,
do.
please let us know. Please comment it. We want to say hi again to everybody that is watching. In the end, Finn Balor wins with the 1916.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a good move, although he didn't do the coup de grace, and also Matt Riddle didn't hit the bro mission, I think it is.
Yeah.
Or the bro mission.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't do that. The knee was okay, but I mean, to me, I wanted to see a little more again. I mean, every match to me delivered, but I wanted to see the extra mile.
Yeah, that's what I mean. We don't know if it was cut short just because, or if it was because of an injury, or what.
I wouldn't even say time strain, because like you got till 10. Because when I checked the schedule on the network, I did see it was supposed to be at 10, and the pay-per-view ended at 9:30.
Yeah.
So that brings me to believe that there's suspicion that he got hurt. And if he did, that's really terrible because Finn Balor is just coming back. He's just coming back to NXT TV, and that will cut his whole run short.
Yeah,
so
unless
hopefully
it's something just like a tweak and he's out for 3 weeks or something, and that's it.
Hopefully it's not severe. If it's not bad enough that he will be out. So we hope that. Any other thought about the match?
No, I mean I thought the right person won. Like I said, Finn Balor needed it just coming back, but now we'll
Did
see
you
where
want
they go
it
from
Balor
here.
also?
Yeah, I wanted Balor.
Yeah, I wanted Balor. Yeah, well, we know Matt Riddle is good, but him losing is not going to make him lose any momentum.
Yeah, like I said, because you don't make someone lose when they first come back, because it's like, okay, you came back and you lost, so like, and if you came here a loser, you're still a loser. Like, get out. You know what I mean? So you had to win.
And especially after a heel turn. You're not going to go heel and then all of a sudden then you lose. Yeah.
Yeah, like if Bayley turned heel and then dropped the title.
Yeah, so
like what would be the point?
Yeah, what would be the point of you turning heel then? It's like, okay, you're heel, but you're still low. You're still a loser.
Okay.
Go back to the line. Get in line so you want championship match. So then we go back. We go to we have the War Games. We have the War Games from the men. Was it a good match? Was it a great match? We're gonna find out right now. Jeter, did you enjoy the whole match?
I enjoyed the whole match.
Yeah?
I enjoyed it.
Who were you thinking was going to win? The Undisputed Era or Ciampa? You're a big Ciampa fan. Yeah, you enjoy Tommaso Ciampa. All right. John Paul?
I thought it was good. I love Keith Lee. I love Dominic Dijakovic.
Those are your guys.
Yep. The crowd loves Ciampa. He's legit. And the whole thing just going into it was who's going to be the fourth man.
The four-man, yeah.
Because just from storyline purposes, I knew Ciampa he had to win. Because if he doesn't win, how can he challenge for Goldie? You don't lose and then, I want the challenge for this belt. Because it's like, dude, you couldn't beat me at War Games. So why would I let you have a chance at my belt? So I figured he was going to win, but it was like who was going to get the pin, who was going to take the fall, and who was going to be the fourth man if there was a fourth man. Because like I said to you, with the size of those other two guys, you almost didn't even need a fourth guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Those guys are huge.
Yeah, but Keith Lee's
Yeah,
huge.
Keith Lee's huge.
What about Dijakovic? Do you like the dude? It's like he's massive though.
Yeah.
He's
massive.
big and he's ripped, but at the same time he can pull up like moves that like any cruiserweight will do.
Right.
So
The one thing I will say with him though, I feel he's a lot better. Like his matches with Keith Lee, I would say, like the singles matches, his performance was better than in this match.
Yeah.
Like it was hard for a lot of these guys to do things because of the dynamic of this match.
yes, it was. We gotta remember that the only guys that had been in War Games out of the all 8, it was just the 4 members of the Undisputed Era.
Okay.
All of them have been, the Undisputed Era have been doing War Games ever since the introduction of the pay-per-view 2 years ago, and War Games 2017. So those guys have been inside War Games, so they knew what they were doing. They knew the dynamic. They knew how the thing works. And overall, well, the match started. It was Kyle O'Reilly. It was Kyle O'Reilly.
Oh no, it was Roderick Strong.
It was It was Roderick Strong and Ciampa.
Yep.
Well, we gotta mention Tommaso Ciampa came out looking like Casey Jones.
Yeah, his mask
from the
looked like
Ninja
Casey
Tones.
Jones.
Yeah.
I
See,
thought
that
badass.
was really good. That was really good. And also, like he pulled it out. He had like a
Little face paint.
yeah, like a
Yeah, it
face
was
paint.
like, I think it was like camouflage. That kind of match.
Yeah, camouflage, just because he's going to what? He's going to go over
Yeah,
war.
war.
He's going to go to war. And yeah, the match started out good. Roderick Strong, he's a great wrestler. I really enjoy Roderick Strong. The only thing I will say, he needs to get a little better in the microphone. But the exchanges of punches, really good moves, and back and forth. And then I think O'Reilly came out.
Yeah, he was out next.
Yeah, he came out, and then of course the heels get the advantage because the Undisputed Era had the first pick in the whole thing, because Adam Cole winning the ladder match against Dijakovic on NXT TV. We have a review for that, so please check that out. And after that, of course, then Keith Lee comes out.
No, Dijakovic.
Oh, Dijakovic, I'm
Yep.
sorry. Dijakovic comes out, and see, this is the part that I want to say, like, it fell a little off. Like, for example, you kept asking me, where's this guy? Why are they taking forever? And see, that's the thing. Is
Oh
like,
yeah, even in the women's match, like somebody would take a bump, and it's not even something serious. Like it wasn't like Io Shirai's moonsault off the top. It was just a move, and then they're gone for like 2-3 minutes. It's like we're playing the game. Where'd they go? You roll out of the ring and you can't get back in.
Yeah, did you feel that way? For
Yeah.
example, like, hey, oh my gosh, it's like, where's Dijakovic? It's like, is he, did he go to like Arby's or
I
any
forgot
other
he-
place?
Yeah, did he go to
You know,
get some
like,
meat?
Did he go get did he go to Burger King?
Yeah.
Kutztown Road? I'm not, no pun intended
Yeah.
or anything, but I'm just saying, like, did he go there? Because they just take forever, and it's kind of like, I really didn't like that, because like you will see, like, there was a lot of wait for some of the moves.
Yeah.
It's like it becomes more like a spot fest. Meaning, like, you gotta like set out for your move, just
Yeah,
wait.
yeah, because there was a spot where then Keith Lee hit I think he did like I don't know if it was a moonsault or he jumped off the rope, but they were all standing there to catch him.
Yeah, he hit a double crossbody.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it did. Yeah, from the top rope, I think it did.
No, I don't know. Yeah, he did some kind of dive.
Yeah, he did a dive. Yeah, and I think. Yeah, well, after that, yeah, Keith Lee comes out, and also Bobby Fish.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going at it. The match keeps going. They brought up they brought up chairs. They brought up the trash cans. I don't remember seeing kendo sticks for this match for the men. No, I didn't see kendo sticks.
Like tables.
But the tables
Cole,
they did.
Cole brought in the tables.
After
man.
that, Adam Cole finally comes out, and then there was a lot of interactions. Good. The match keeps taking place. But see, this is the time that I was like, I don't know where this is going. I didn't see any big spots during this time. And then, of course, then the 4-member, we were waiting for it. I predicted it was going to be the Velveteen Dream. John Paul predicted.
I thought it was going to be Johnny Gargano.
Yeah, that was.
Because for me, it was either Johnny Gargano or Kevin Owens. But I just thought Velveteen Dream made sense as well. For him and Roderick Strong had a feud before this, and he went out with injury, so he would have made sense. Gargano obviously makes sense. Kevin Owens makes the least amount of sense, but he does because Triple H had that interaction with him on Raw.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then they were like, "Oh, no one's gonna come out," and then his music hit, and it was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah,
Kevin Owens.
it's freaking Kevin Owens.
But Kevin Owens is the one I like the most out of all 3 of those guys. So it was cool to see him. But my whole thing, like I question with everything else, is where do they go from here?
Oh yeah.
Does Kevin Owens stay on NXT? Does he go back to Raw? What do they do with him?
Maurice, were you thinking? Were you thinking like Velveteen Dream? Were you thinking Gargano, or were you thinking
I thought they was
Kevin
gonna go-
Owens?
I didn't think nobody.
Oh, you were thinking that just the 3 against the 4.
Just 4.
Yeah, so when Kevin Owens hits, were you excited? Like,
I was excited.
Yeah? Yeah, well, he comes out.
Yeah.
Like, to me, it didn't really make a lot of sense. And I want to say I do like Kevin Owens, but I'm not a huge fan. So I was like, okay, whatever. I actually was thinking of the Velveteen Dream, but he's legit injured then.
Yeah, and to me, I would have thought it would have made more sense to have Kevin Owens, because he's in the Raw match, to have him turn and join NXT then. Because then the NXT gets that win at Survivor Series.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like you said, it also would have been fine if nobody came out. Because those other 2 guys are so huge, they almost make a 4th guy.
Exactly.
And there was at some point in that match when there's the 3 out of the 4, and I'm like, and it was actually the 3 going against the 4, and the 4 of them felt like all scared.
Yeah.
So I'm like, why are you feeling scared when there's one more person?
And also, no offense, because Kevin Owens did hit a stunner and he had moves here and there. He hit the frog splash through the table.
He did the swanton.
Yeah, or was it a swanton through the
No,
table?
both. He did both. He did both.
Yeah,
and the
that's right. He
cannonball.
did this. Yeah, but it's like, it's not like Kevin Owens got the pin, because obviously Ciampa was going to get it. So what did this? You got Kevin Owens on Takeover, which is badass, but like, what did it do? You know, like, was he needed? You could have almost put anybody in that role.
Yeah, you could have just put
like
somebody else. Yeah, you could. To me, there was a spot.
Not that I would have wanted to see anyone else with who was available and who was healthy.
Yeah,
but you know.
Well, I did enjoy the spot also that Kevin Owens did when he did the Penta Cerramiento, like the finisher.
Yeah,
he did
the package pile
driver.
The
package pile driver. He did it on the steel that divides both of the rings. So that was really cool to see. I really enjoyed that, and I also enjoyed that Kevin Owens
he
came
was
out.
Gonna do that, but then didn't he get? Is that when he got countered into the Canadian Destroyer or whatever?
Yeah, he got countered.
Yeah, he got
yeah,
countered
he
with
didn't hit it. Yeah,
he got countered with the Canadian Destroyer that Adam called that. On the Panama Sunrise.
Yeah,
not the Panama City, because I kept calling the Panama City the Panama Sunrise, but for everybody else is what? The Canadian Destroyer. So that was really cool, and Kevin Owens came out with his NXT shirt, because normally he's coming out with Kevin Owens fight. No, it was the KO.
He was like in the duct tape or
whatever. Yeah, it is one of the cheapest shirts that any of you can do. You don't need to go to the WWE shop.
I was just gonna say, I hope they sell it so I can buy it.
No, please don't, because it's $30 that you're about to spend, and you can actually buy duct tape at the dollar store for probably 99 cents, not even a buck, and making your own. You just put duct tape, K.
I can make one right now.
Oh, we can all go make one right now. We're actually going to do that. We're going to make a Kevin Owens hoodie. We're going to put KO, and in the back, NXT. So we're going to have something for probably $10. So go to the WWE. Instead of going to the WWE shop, go to the RowBreakShop.com. So please just go there, that we sell more of the merchandise that we ourselves do. So at the end, I think it was, Kevin Owens being inserted in the match. I just feel that like it was good, but at the same time, I wanted a little more. I wanted rather to see somebody different. I don't know if Kevin Owens being inserted in the match added more than when the match needed. So,
and just to, like I said, to me, then unless this is going to cause tension, unless they focus on this tomorrow, because what's Kevin Owens going to do? Go up and wrestle for Raw and pretend like he didn't help out NXT?
Or like you said, maybe Kevin Owens turns on Raw. And then he comes NXT.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. They need to do something. If he just plays Mr. Raw and doesn't help NXT at all, or, there's nothing of that, then to me it was a waste, because it was like, what was the point?
Yeah.
You could have had freaking Tyler Breeze come out.
I would much rather see Fandango, because I would much rather see Fandango leg drop and done.
No.
It should have been done. you don't like Fandango? Why you hate?
Oh, well, not over Kevin Owens.
Oh, well.
Not over Kevin Owens.
Tyler Breeze? Give the guy a shot.
Yeah, Tyler Breeze was legit when he was singles.
Yeah, well, now we went back to Breezango, and then we went back to the same thing. Yeah, that's not kind of like a legit thing. But, okay, the match keeps taking place. Kevin Owens is inserted in the match. We're thinking, what's going on? We need a big spot. We kept to see near falls. But the Undisputed Era was about to hit their finisher. They didn't do it. Kid Lee did he do the power bomb? I think he did a regular bomb. He didn't do the setup power bomb that he usually does. But then the big spot comes, and then Tommaso Ciampa and Adam Cole are on the top of the cage.
Yeah, he climbs up.
Well, they set up two tables.
Yeah, because Cole climbs up, and he's kind of up there, like, I don't know if he's hiding, like what he's doing. He's just kind of up there, and all the action's going on, because Ciampa was underneath, they were focusing on other stuff going on.
Yeah, and we don't even see like a cameo.
And then it cuts, and then Ciampa's up top too, and you're like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, and then of course Ciampa puts Adam Cole into like a move, and Sheamus does this too.
Yeah, it's almost I don't know, because I always get them like mixed up. Is it almost kind of like a Death Valley driver, like burning hammer kind of thing? Because he has it where he goes down. I don't know what it's actually. Some sort of like driver.
Is a driver. Yeah, I don't remember. It's an STO. It's an STO. I think it's an STO. He puts it like there, and from the top rope.
Or not from the top rope, from the
top of the cage. Yeah. From the top of the cage, and
done.
It ends up landing perfectly on both of the tables.
Like I said, he hit it, and I mean the first thing that hit the table was Ciampa's arm and the back of Cole's neck and his head. Mm-hmm. Like that was They didn't land safe. They landed. They made it look legit.
They made it look really legit, and I really love that.
And Cole sold it. He lay there dead for like 5 minutes.
And of course, 1, 2, 3. Match is over, and Team Ciampa wins.
Of course.
Oh yeah, well, see that you were happy with that ending, because you don't like do you like the Undisputed Era or no?
I like Adam Cole.
Adam Cole, baby, but I really feel that like at the end of the show, it was really good. Then they had a shot of Britt Baker.
Yeah, that was interesting, but only for like a second, and then they.
But Adam Cole's girlfriend, for the ones that don't know, Britt Baker is she's wrestling for AEW.
Yep.
But at least Mauro Ranallo did acknowledge that. It's like, oh, it's Adam Cole's girlfriend. They didn't mention her name or where she works, but at least they acknowledged that. And like you said, Adam Cole lay flat, and for at least 5 minutes, and Tommaso Ciampa's team wins, and that's the end of War Games. At the end. Did you like the whole pay-per-view? What, and your scale of 1 to 10, what do you give? 8. 8, yeah. So it did deliver for you. Mm-hmm. Everything as a whole gave you what you want.
Give me what I wanted.
Yeah, gave you what you wanted. Gave you your trial, your free month.
About $10 a month.
Yeah, your $10 a month. That's right.
What do you give it?
I will go a little bit lower than Jeter. I will just give a 7. I will just give it 7 because I wanted a little more. Yeah. For example, like if you give me like an hour of War Games, I would have been fine. But also I wanted a little bit more spots, near falls, because the last 2 War Games, they were way longer and they were actually more interesting than the one from last year. Bobby Fish actually took the key from the referee and threw it away. And then Pete Dunne was inside of the cage and he couldn't come out. They had to get all the referees to open the cage again. And then he came out.
Yeah, so there was more like interaction.
There were more interaction, more stuff going on. To me, this felt a little flat.
Because there was a moment, now that you mentioned that, there was a moment where like Ciampa and Cole were like kind of fighting outside the ring. And I was thinking, like almost that Ciampa was going to block it from the outside. And then it was going to be just him and Cole on the outside. Like, he's like, no, it's just you and me. Because that's who he wants. He wants Cole. He wants the belt.
Yeah.
But, I mean, there was no, like, spot like that where it's like, oh, what's going on here? It was all just, they fought in the ring and everything was just self-contained.
That's what I mean. To me, it just felt a little, it didn't feel like a takeover. I mean, they put on great matches, but I didn't see the edge.
And that's
extra
the
mile.
Thing,
The extra mile. For you?
I would go with a 7 as well, because to me, I thought it was good. The only thing is the women's match was kind of funky, the ending. And, if Finn Balor was hurt, then I'm not going to judge that match. I'm not going to say, oh, it was too short or this or that. Because, it was good and, you got to, like you said, give kudos to him for going through with it. But it was just, I don't know, like it was just something felt like it was too short. Like when it ended, it was like that was it. Because the men's War Games match, I thought was perfect length, but it was like, it was so long and everything before it was kind of quick and it was sped through and it was just felt weird. And then
the flow of the show didn't feel like really good. The flow of the whole show felt kind of off for me.
But like I said, everything, all the matches, everybody delivered. Nobody was like, oh, this person was like they botched or this person was no good. Everybody was legit.
I will say I will just, if you want to say that, I will mention that there were some spots, for example, like Dijakovic fell a little off for me.
Yeah, that's
like they don't know where to position themselves because they've never been in a match like this. And also, like they have a lot of, it's multi-man, so they don't know really where they go and all of that. I mean, that's just for me. But other than that, I feel that, it was good. If I was to compare Full Gear with War Games, I will actually give the advantage to Full Gear because Jon Moxley and Kenny Omega, that was way better than the War Games for this year. That's at least my view on it. I was left satisfied after seeing John Moxley and Kenny Omega. But see, the War Games for me, it did what it was supposed to do, but I wanted a little more. I always wanted that extra mile.
And also there was
an extra half hour, yeah, because what? NXT has already used us. You know, we're already used to see those kind of great matches. So you want this extra edge to like be, for example, like the spot with Ciampa, something like that in the middle of the match. You want to be It's like, you know, you're just waiting for you. Okay.
Yeah, but when he hits that, what are you gonna do that's better than that?
Oh, I mean, you know.
To me, that had to be the ending.
What I'm saying, you know, kind of like give me like a near fall, very close to that. Hey, Dijak, oh my God.
Yeah, like no, I don't think anybody hit a Spanish fly.
No, you kept saying Kid Lee do the Spanish fly.
That's what I wanted him to do.
Yeah, but unfortunately he didn't do it. But
I would have popped.
I would have popped too, but like I said, there was a spot that when Roderick Strong did the angle slam from the top rope.
Yeah, that was legit.
Yeah, to Kid Lee.
Yeah, I thought that's where I thought he was gonna do the Spanish fly.
Yeah, he does the Spanish fly, but like I said, overall, I think to me it leaves him with like a little. You know, I wanted a little more. Maybe, just maybe, they're saving it because these guys have to go on tomorrow too.
Yeah.
You know, Survivor Series, the majority of them are going to performing double duty. So they're going to be performing on Survivor Series.
And also, this is the first year they didn't really build too much towards War Games. The build was quick, and it wasn't a long
rushed.
build. So it's like
rushed.
this pay-per-view reflected that in the sense where it was like, you know, the pay-per-view just kind of followed suit. It was also felt a little rushed here and there, and just things were off. But it was still a good show. You know, NXT still delivers.
Oh yeah, and it was See, I really like what you just said. I think it's because of a really rushed build-up, and then they kind of be a bit rushed as the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
So are we going to see War Games next year? I think they will, because WWE just trademarked it, War Games.
And I think the thing is like when NXT went to the USA Network, they were so focused on AEW. Now they finally are focusing on just doing NXT. But by the time they realized that, which they should have just kept doing that from the beginning, like they always been, by the time they realized it, it was like, oh shit, we have 4 weeks until War Games.
Yeah.
So then they had to quick build War Games instead of, because they were putting on takeover quality shows on NXT.
They were giving a lot of they were giving a lot of championship matches. They were giving a lot Matt Riddle against Adam Cole for the NXT champion.
So to you know, my closing thoughts is I feel like moving forward NXT is going to go back to how it was. You know, not that they're lower in quality now, but I feel like they're going to go back to the greatness that we all.
It should have been for me a little more. Your thoughts about NXT beating AEW for the first week since the existence of AEW? Like, do you like NXT better than AEW, and why?
I mean, I like NXT better because it's more action, and I just
you're just more like a WWE fan. You're more used to those wrestlers. Like you enjoy them more. Yeah, I want to say like a lot of people are like that they just follow WWE.
Yeah.
And then see for you it delivered. You gave it the 8. So where do you see NXT going from this? You see them, like, for example, like the rivalry with Ciampa and Adam Cole is going to continue?
Yeah.
If he retains the championship?
Yeah. I think rivalry is still going to continue.
It's going to continue? Yeah. You want to see that match in the next takeover? Now, we just found out it's going to be in Portland, Oregon. It's going to be in February 26th. So it's probably going to be...
I don't know if they wait that long to give him the belt. They might do it on a TV episode.
They might do it over there because, like, they want to do something big because it's on the USA Network now.
Yeah.
So now switching gears, we didn't get predictions from you, Jeter, from the Survivor Series. So, for example, the main matches, do you think Rey Mysterio or Brock Lesnar, who wins?
Somehow Rey Mysterio.
You want Rey Mysterio?
Yeah, 619.
619. 619. You want Rey Mysterio to win, right? Are you enjoying that storyline that they're having with Dominic, with Cain Velasquez? Do you like that?
Yeah, I like it.
Do you think Cain Velasquez is coming up? Helping Rey Mysterio is a no-holds bar. Oh yeah, see,
it's Dominic.
Yeah. We want to say hi to Ryan. See, he's too sweet. Yeah, Ryan, he's watching. Probably, hopefully, because there's one person watching right now, so this has to be Ryan. He also said that Dominic will come out, so maybe that will be the ending of that. The Fiend, Bray Wyatt. What are your thoughts about the Fiend? Do you like the character that Bray Wyatt is doing?
Yeah, I like the character. Yeah.
Are you enjoying the championship? Like, are you enjoying like the new design with the blue brand and everything?
They could have been better, but
Yeah. Well, like for example, what would you like to see? Like the old school titles, like gold and
the
everything.
old school title.
Yeah, you enjoy that better.
Yeah.
What do you think about the new design for the IC belt that was debuted last night? It is is all gold and it has the black strap. So you like that a little better? Yeah. Okay, so the Fiend against Daniel Bryan.
The Fiend.
The Fiend?
Yeah.
Yeah. What are your thoughts about what we said on the review? We said that like the title, the Fiend is gonna warm up the title for Roman, because that's the program that they're gonna give us for WrestleMania.
Oh no.
You don't like Roman?
I don't like Roman. I don't know.
You don't like the big dog?
No.
What about, see, this is the question that it comes, Survivor Series, Team Raw, Team Smackdown, Team NXT. Who wins out of the three? Who are you supporting? Who are you leading to?
I was going for NXT.
NXT?
Yeah.
Yeah? Will you think that?
Yeah,
We have a slight suspicion that Team Smackdown is going to win it because Roman is there.
Yeah.
But who you're picking? Who's your call? Who's your prediction? NXT, SmackDown, or Raw?
NXT.
NXT?
Yeah.
We ran along those lines. But we said that Roman, because it's Roman, he might win that. We don't know. Jeter, tell us about Seth Rollins. Is his character stale, or is he still hot in your eyes?
It's kind of getting stale because they make him do the same thing over and over.
Over and over again.
Yeah.
Are you enjoying that the man's man, because they keep making his relationship with Becky Lynch like so obvious? Do you don't like that?
I mean,
No.
no, not really.
No, because like you should be a champion. That should be a fighting champion, and you shouldn't like have to rely on your girlfriend to do everything. Yeah. So tell us a little about your experiences with Robrick. Are you enjoying the show?
I've been enjoying it. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you trust? Do you trust? You put your faith on these guys and Ryan that we're delivering good information.
Yeah.
What will you tell any?
If I miss anything in wrestling, I know I watch y'all.
Yeah. You watch Robrick? Yeah.
That's what's up.
That's what's up.
That's
You gotta
legit.
watch it. Yeah. Yeah. And are you going to keep watching?
Of course.
Yeah, and any message that you have for any new viewer that we have on the show, something that you would like to tell them.
Subscribe.
Subscribe to the channel. Yeah. Follow us. We can find us on Facebook. They can find us on Twitter, YouTube. Yeah. So, guys, any closing thoughts? Are you excited about tomorrow?
Yeah.
Do you think it's gonna? Okay. Here's again. What is gonna be better, War Games or Survivor Series? In your eyes.
Survivor Series.
Survivor Series? Yeah. And give me Becky Lynch, Bailey, and Shayna Baszler. Shayna?
Yeah.
Wow, Shayna. The one person that says Shayna
There you
Baszler
go.
because
That's
we all
legit.
call Bailey.
Yeah.
We all say Bailey because she's the underdog.
She's
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I can
She's
see
turn.
Shayna now because at least Shayna's not going to take the pin tomorrow. 'Cause
Yeah.
She got pinned today, so there's
Yeah,
no way she
that
get
was
pinned
that was
twice.
really different. That the fact that she got the pin.
Yeah.
And that's to me that's a little different, and that's a good call. Actually, that's a great call. Hopefully, Becky doesn't win.
Yeah.
Because I think it's the time for Becky to just drop the title, because I know there's a big program coming up. It's going to be Asuka and Becky for TLC. We're just spoiling a little bit. See, we do our work. We read the dirt sheets. We're fantasy predicting here, so I think that's going to be good. And give me your thoughts also on the way I want to say one more. Oh, Nakamura,
Yeah, one more.
Roderick Strong, and AJ Styles.
I say AJ.
You like AJ?
Yeah.
You don't like Nakamura anymore?
I mean, I do still, but like, he got Sami Zayn. So like,
Yeah, you don't like Zayn. You don't like that.
No,
You don't
no,
like that
no.
game. They should have Sami Zayn.
Yeah, he needs to just wrestle.
Yeah, he needs to
Yeah.
wrestle. Yeah, he needs to
Yeah.
put his mask. Be El Generico. That was his character before WWE.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Well, guys, I think we cover everything.
Yeah, I
So
think so.
yeah, I hope we did a great job. So on behalf of Jeter, right here, we want to thank him.
Yes, Jeter.
We want to thank him for your time, and we hope that you're coming back. We're gonna be on the works for we got a lot of good ideas, and we're gonna start being
Yeah, a
good.
lot more fan involvement and stuff.
Yeah, we want a lot of fan involvement, so you'll see Jeter coming back and forth. So we want every single one of you to tell us also if you appreciate the show. We will go there because we have a lot of ideas concerning the fans' opinion. We want to know what the fan has to say, because here we respect our fans and we actually deliver for our fans. So guys, on behalf of Maurice Jeter, John Paul Egg, myself Juan, I want to thank everybody. Have a great evening. Please stay tuned because we have more content coming from you. Tomorrow we have previews and predictions for Survivor Series, and we'll be going also on a review on the Survivor Series, the pay-per-view is over. So guys, have a great night and Ada!